If you guys have been watching me since Life of a PT Student series, then you'll remember Ryan, who was my roommate back in the days.
Dude, why do you look like that?
My wife and I recently went to Seattle to visit him and Maggie. Hi, I'm Jeffrey, physical therapist, and welcome to Life of a PT. When you are in PT school, you become very close to your classmates because you suffer with them every single day, and during that 3-year period, you guys have a strong bond. However, once everyone graduates, it becomes a little bit harder to keep in touch with everyone. People are living in different cities, people have kids, living different lives. I definitely sometimes reminisce the good old times during school with everyone. But right now, I still keep in touch with a couple of friends from school, Ryan, Maggie, George, Manny. What are you working in right now, Ryan?
Home health.
How do you like it?
That's great.
Nice. Now, let's recap Seattle. This was actually my 3rd time in Seattle, and funny enough, Ryan was there every single time. The first time was back in 2017. After we passed the boards, we took a trip to Seattle with Ryan and some other friends. And the second time was in 2021 when I got down on one knee and proposed to my wife. And the third time is this trip. My wife and I went around the Pike Place Market. We started off the food tour strong with Beechers, and we got the grilled cheese and tomato bisque soup. It was amazing. I don't even like cheese, but that grilled cheese was like perfection. After we got some dessert, got some macaroons. It's passion fruit and what's the other one? Oh, pistachio. It's pretty good. It's not a Greek ice cream. My wife and I just got a bunch of things to share so we could eat more things. Next was the lemon pepper chicken karaage, cooked like Hawaiian style with some sides. Not too bad. My wife also picked up some Rainier cherries, and we got the Pike Place chowder to go, so we can avoid that crazy line. Chowder is always top notch, very flavorful. We did not get the lobster roll, we've had it before, so this time we opted for a shrimp and crab roll. Pretty good, pretty fresh. Then we took a little break back at the Airbnb before our late dinner, which was an omakase at Shiro's. Shiro was an apprentice to Jiro, that famous Japanese sushi chef. And so this was a very popular sushi place in Belltown. My wife made a reservation in advance, and this was one of the best sushi experience I've ever had. Usually the sushi bar with the omakase is always packed and booked out, but for some reason, for that time slot we had, it was 8:45, so pretty late. It was just me and my wife with the sushi chefs, so it was even better. We had some good conversations and of course amazing food with our 2 sushi chefs, Sean and Yuhei.
I love it!
In total, we had 4 appetizers and 15 seasonal nigiris prepared by the sushi chefs. And I actually had 16 because they threw in one for me for my birthday. I'm telling you, just from the appetizers, I was blown away. There was this soup, very hearty, with the fish wrapped in tofu skin, and there was a side of octopus, very fresh. I don't even like octopus or squid. And the tempura with the fish, so good. It tasted like just as good as all the tempura I've had in Japan. The nigiris had all kinds of fish, and even from rare parts of the fish, like below the chin of the tuna, that was supposedly very hard to get. There was shrimp, uni, scallop as well. I'm not even a fan of uni. Uni is sea urchin, that mustard yellow thing.
Number 1.
But this thing, like they said, it was number 1 uni for sure. Everything just melted in my mouth. I know I say that a lot, but it really does. They season it perfectly and you eat it with your hands. And overall, just an amazing experience, and very thankful for my wife for booking this. It was $140 per person, and that's definitely not cheap, but considering the experience and the freshness of all the fish, I think it's underpriced. We ate at Din Tai Fung for lunch, which is always solid, very good. Cucumber salad, so good. I couldn't wait. This is what you guys get. The xiaolongbao at Din Tai Fung, so good, always gotta get it. We got some drinks this time too. These these spicy wontons. Delicious. Then we met up with Ryan and Maggie and we played some pickleball and we got our butts kicked. It was an indoor facility and everyone there was very good. Ryan is even rated. In pickleball there's like a rating called DUPR, duper, and Ryan was rated above a 4. I experienced it. We definitely learned a couple things and we're going to upgrade our paddles. Afterwards, we ate some Korean food that night. Hey Ryan, where are we at?
I don't know. Where is it? Iraq?
Was hiking day. Before the hike, we stopped by flwrz, a supermarket, to pick up some sandwiches that we could eat once we reached the top.
Hey, that's $3.
And Ryan's gonna pick up some alcohol. The weather was great that day and the hike was called the Snow Lake Trail. About to hike with the homies. We got Ryan, Maggie. We're about to hike to Snow Lake. Ryan, tell us a little bit about Snow Lake.
Snow Lake. There's a lake. I don't know if there's any snow.
There you go. Being from Houston, we really enjoyed the views because there's nothing like it back home. Once we reached the top, it was beautiful there, but we could not get down lower, closer to the lake because there was still a lot of snow that hasn't melted. I ate my hot chicken sandwich up there and the chicken sandwich was actually delicious. The hike round trip was about 6 miles. After the hike, we grabbed some boba at Miss Boba, and I got a brown sugar creme brulee drink, which is so good. I'm not even a fan of boba, but it was delicious. Who's Miss Boba, right? Ryan and I hit a quick workout in his garage gym before dinner. We ate more Korean food at E's traditional beef soup restaurant, and there I had one of the best kimchi I've ever had in a restaurant. It was good. We went to Vancouver for a day and the goal was to eat good food and shop. That's it. It was a 2.5-hour drive to Vancouver, but we waited a little bit longer at the border. My wife and I took a selfie with the peace arch while waiting at the border.
Please give me the non-aggressive guy.
The border patrol guy was just grilling Ryan with questions, but we made it through. First stop was at a dim sum place that was very busy. We didn't know you could make reservations in advance for this, so the lady in front still squeezed us in after Maggie spoke a little Cantonese to her. We were surprised that the size of the dim sum dishes were extra large, like huge. Never seen anything like it. It was a little bit intimidating, but still delicious to eat. Next stop was Gastown to walk around and see that steam clock. The town itself and all the architecture was very cool to see. Holy shit. We stopped by Stanley Park next, which was huge. We just got off the car, walked around the start of it a little bit so we could see the city and also all the trees on one side, and then we drove around the rest of the park. For lunch, we did make reservation for this place called Jinmi, which was a place for raw marinated crabs. The presentation and the food all tasted fresh, very unique. Highly recommend. Then we did some shopping. The prices in Canada Overall, a little bit cheaper. And at Lululemon, Ryan still has his sweat collective, so we got a discount there. I picked up a quarter zip. Walking around sure got us thirsty, so we got another drink. We got a mango drink from Maku Tea, and this surprised me. I did not expect a mango drink to be this good. There were fresh mango bits in there. Amazing drink. I probably rank it even higher than the drink I had at Miss Boba. We also got some McDonald's chicken nuggets because according to Ryan, the nuggets there are a lot better than the ones in the States, but I couldn't really taste the difference. Then we made our way to Richmond, which was south of Vancouver, for the Richmond night market. There were a lot of food stands, carnival games, and entertainment. The food was definitely overpriced, but it was just more for the experience. I even played the rigged carnival games because it always looks easier than it actually is. Here's the embarrassing clip of me playing. The line at the border coming back from Canada was terrible, even late at night. We waited for an hour. It was so bad that I'm in the process of applying for global entry as I'm editing this video. The following day, we slept in a little bit, woke up, and got some Filipino food at Neighborhood Cafe. We got coffee there as well. I also tried some of the ketchup chips that I bought from Canada, not too bad. Ryan then dropped us off to the airport, which concludes the end of this amazing trip. Thank you guys for watching, and thumbs up if you enjoyed the vlog. Click here to watch my last vlog where I talk about turning 32.